Hey everyone, so what I want to do today is just cover a basic overview of how SOLIDWORKS PCB and SOLIDWORKS connect and what are you actually getting when you do that connection. So in order to understand that, just take a quick look at what we have here. We're going to go ahead and start a new PCB project. This is SOLIDWORKS PCB. If you do have Altium and Altium Designer, what you would want to be able to do when you try to find the collaboration tool is have a PCB project open, and inside the PCB project, at the bottom you have some tabs. There's the PCB button, and then in there is the SOLIDWORKS PCB connector. You want to open that up. Okay, so go ahead and start a new project. First thing that pops up is what kind of board do we want to use. So for this, I'm just going to basically pick a blank board. So we'll just do demo board. It's going to start our project for us. From here, let's go ahead and we will add a schematic sheet where you would obviously put all your logical connections down. And we're also going to add a PCB, our PCB layout. So here is the blank board that we have right now. So once we get this set up, we can start drawing our logic and get components for our board. But ultimately, what I want to do right now is just make sure that I start talking to the mechanical side. So what we're going to do here is let's go over to our commit button. And of course, I'll save a couple of these files here. And I have my files just like that. Okay, so now let's go over to our mechanical space. And if you've already upgraded to 2016 SP3, you should have the little icon here to show SOLIDWORKS PCB. If you don't have the PCB software, sorry, you have the icon, but you're not going to be able to do anything with it. So the first thing we'll do is, based on the fact that we just created a new project, let's go ahead and pick a new board assembly. And let's pick that new project that we just started. We'll go ahead and choose that. And let's go ahead and just drop it right into our assembly folder. So as soon as I do that, I've just created a basic assembly, and here is our board. Great. So we have our board shape. We can go back over into the PCB side now, and there it is. And what we want to do is let's go ahead and add a couple, couple things to this. Let's just add a couple pads just to kind of really show what I have for this. So we have, do a couple pads in the corners here, like so. And we've got that information. So let's go ahead and send that information back over. We'll push that information over to the mechanical side, like so. And over on the mechanical side, what we have here is a couple options for what we just changed. We changed our board size. We added a few pads. So what we need to do is simply check all. I'm going to go ahead and add those changes to our board. And just like that, we have a couple of screw holes. Obviously, those are 30 millimeter tiny little holes. I could have edited my design rules and made those bigger by default. So from here, what we want to do is we're going to go into an actual assembly, and we're going to put this board right into an assembly. And this is really where this helps. This is the big factor in this, is where we have assemblies, large assemblies in some cases, and we need to have a board put in, and it has an interesting shape associated to it. We can use this tool, and we'll go ahead and just drop this board in, like so. And let's go ahead and we'll pick this side. so. Let's pick this edge. Make those parallel, like so. All right. So now that I have this in my assembly, obviously it's not going to fit my other two standoffs I have here. So very simply, we can come in, we can edit the sketch, and let's go ahead and drag that out. Take a look at the board itself. Maybe bring this side out just a little bit more. Maybe this side out a little bit more. There we go. Okay. So change the board shape. So next thing maybe we want to do is change those pads. Now the pads, when I put the pads into my board, they're actually all individual sketches. Those are not all connected. That way I can manipulate one at a time as necessary. So let's go ahead and edit this one sketch. A lot easier to work in a wireframe situation with this. So simply go ahead. Do that. And we'll bring that one over here. There we go. Take a look at it. So we made some changes to our board shape and size. I'm not worried about the other two pads right now. This is just to kind of show the idea of what you would do with this. Now I can come back into my other assembly and we can see that I've made some changes. So let's go ahead and push this information back over to the other side. And we see here that I've changed the shape of the board. I've moved several of these holes out of the way, like so. I'll select them all. And just like that, I have now accepted all those changes. Pretty cool. So it really does help if you do have major changes that need to occur on the mechanical side, where, for instance, maybe this board itself has, we need to cut a shape out of this board because of some sort of obstruction that we can't move the board completely. We just need to do a interesting cutout. There we go. We'll do that. We can come back to the actual board shape. And there you have it. Here's my new board shape. So it's a similar concept for the Ultium Designer collaboration tool. Obviously, the buttons and the interface, the GUI itself is different, but the functionality is the same. It is doing the same thing in the background. So I hope this helps. Again, if you have any questions, add a couple comments. Thanks.